Welcome to the 4th Annual Canada Day Parade. I'm Johanna Ward from Shaw Television.
And I'm Trevor Jurgens with Canada Place.
How excited are you right now? Because I'm on the edge of my seat, literally, here.
Super excited. It's been a great day. Canada Day is obviously one of the best days of the year. And we've had the sun come out for the parade and tons of people, so it's a great place to be.
Yeah, not raining on our parade this year, sorry. It had to be said. I got to get the cheese out of the way right away.
Yeah, burn it up.
145 years. I'd say Canada's looking pretty good.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that's reflected in the parade today, the multicultural nature. We're going to see some Korean groups, Japanese groups, Chinese groups, Bangla groups, Ukrainian groups from Edmonton. So we've pretty much got our bases covered.
We do, and of course, marching bands you can look forward to, carnival bands, all kinds of stuff. And you know who I think has probably the best view of this parade? Reporter Bianca Solterbeck, and we're going to join her on the streets to see what she's going to be doing for the next hour.
Thanks, Johanna and Trevor. Yeah, I have a pretty great view. I am where the action is on the parade route. I'll be talking to some of the participants, and I'll be wading into the crowds of spectators and getting their thoughts on Canada's 145th birthday. Back to you guys.
Well, you can see the parade is just starting up now. One of the traditions in a parade is to have the police department sort of lead the route, and we want to say a big thank you to the Vancouver Police Department for doing just that tonight.
Yeah, if you get sirens, you got to go first. So
is that how that works?
Step right up,
the
boys.
The sirens let you go through, that's true. I mean, the idea is that they can clear the route, but it also, I think, lends to that excitement of the parade. Is that people, everybody, you know, the streets are lined with people, and it looks like maybe some of the guys on the bikes there doing a little hot dogging.
Well, they got to have fun too. Get to see the BC flag out there and flashing lights and sirens to let us all know. Did he burn rubber there or what?
I think he did. Yeah, I definitely think he did. Look how many people are on the streets. Now, you were down at Canada Place today for the festivities, the waterfront party, the biggest party on the West for Canada Day. This many people there? Were the streets lined like that?
For sure, yeah. The entire Canadian Trail was packed, and we had tons of people in the Vancouver Convention Centre East today and all the way up to Jack Pool Plaza. So it was one of the best years yet. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and today we really saw the crowds ramp up throughout the day.
It's true. And so one of the things, too, down there, the Shaw Tower, of course, is right next to Canada Place and the new Convention Centre, and the Cauldron lit up today in Jack Pool Plaza, which is exciting. So many food trucks down there this year, too. That was the big change I saw. I mean, I went into work and I thought, oh, why did I bring my lunch?
Yeah, that's been popular more and more, and actually I ran into a couple of groups from Brazil today.
You know what? I think Bianca's chatting with someone on the street. We're going to check in with her.
That's right. I found some gentlemen wearing some great Canadiana gear. And who we got here? What's your name?
Mateo.
Mateo, how old are you?
I'm 11.
11. And over here, what's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, how old are you?
5.
5 years old. And these guys have been telling me they're very excited about the parade. What are you looking forward to?
The police.
Police are coming up right now. They're going to be great. I can hear them already. What about you? What are you looking forward to?
Dancers.
The dancers, those are coming up as well. So we've got lots to look forward to. Back to you guys.
Trevor, the little guy there, he's looking for the dancers just like you. Did you see a little bit of yourself in him?
Yeah, I think since I was a youngster, I've been looking forward to these cheerleaders, so glad they're showing up.
Oh, the cheerleaders, eh? They're back to the dancers. I was thinking more the Bangla dancers, you know, the Chinese line dancers, but the cheerleaders too. And okay, I got to admit, I'm looking forward to the stormtroopers. They're coming.
I heard you had a run-in with them once.
I have had a run-in with the stormtroopers, and I'll tell you a little bit about it when you see them, because see if I get run away. See if they recognize me. It'll be thinking, look at this, though. It really is. It's amazing the level of respect and sort of authority that we still see with our Vancouver Police Department, and I just love this as the start of the parade.
Yeah, I think these boys have done it before, running in the formation, and that can only mean good things. See some guys up around the corner, probably leading in the main attraction.
It's time to join Bianca back on the street.
Thanks so much, guys. I found someone who's a new Canadian. Aries, tell me where you're from originally.
I'm from Indonesia.
Indonesia, and you came to Canada when?
In 2000.
2000, so you've been here for a little while. What does being a Canadian mean to you?
Be nice. And eating a lot of maple leaf? Maple, what do you call it? Maple
syrup?
Maple syrup, that's
on
right.
Your pancakes?
Exactly, for sure. Yeah, but basically it's good living here, and it's a nice place to be here. And Vancouver is one of the best cities in the world.
And now, gotta ask, are you a hockey fan based on your jersey here that you're wearing?
I am.
Canucks?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we got a new Canadian here on the street. I can hear more of the parade coming up. We'll send it back to you, Johanna and Trevor.
Are you a hockey fan, Trevor?
Definitely. Tough break for the Canucks this year, but I'm sure they'll be back better than ever next year.
And that was definitely the right answer for a Canada Day parade in Vancouver, though, right? I'm talking to someone. I mean, it's interesting to ask, though, what does it mean to be a Canadian, and what does it mean to be part of this Canada Day celebration? We're lucky we get a little cheat sheet here, getting to know what's coming on the parade route, who's coming down, and everybody kind of sharing their ideas about what it means to them, and it was some wonderful answers. Hey, and the biggest thing, everyone's just really proud to be a part of this country.
Yeah, and it's great to see the new Canadians. We had actually 60 new Canadians sworn in today at a citizenship ceremony at Canada Place, and that's one of the really unique things when they're sworn in and Canadians get to restate their oath. It's really moving, and everyone's grateful to live here.
How long have you lived in Vancouver?
I've lived in Vancouver for about 4 years now. I moved out for the Olympics and love the celebrations, and Vancouver really knows how to do it.
You got to tell us where you moved from. This is Canada Day. It's okay.
Okay, I'm representing Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, yeehaw! And Bianca, she's a Victoria gal. She's an island gal, and we're joining her back on the street.
I sure am, and I'm talking to some more great onlookers. We've got also some great, hello there, Canadian clothing here. And what's her name?
Michaela.
This is Michaela, and now you are a Canadian.
Yes.
And Michaela's mom is, you are?
From the Philippines.
Philippines. This is really the essence of Canada. And how old is she?
She's 13, almost 14 months.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you, what do you think of Canada?
It's nice to stay here. It's really nice. It's good. It's much better here than where I was before, but everything here is nice. I like it here.
Wonderful, and that's certainly what we've been hearing on the parade route. We'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, talking more about that, Trevor, and having people talk about the reasons why they love Canada and what it means to them. I mean, obviously things like healthcare come up, and the things being a peaceful country, but there is a lot of that thing, that this sense of freedom, this idea of it. And Canada Place, you guys are really bringing that out and for us with the new exhibit, the War of 1812 experience.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to think that we might not have been a nation if it wasn't for the war back in 1812, 200 years ago. So the new exhibit is a great free way for people to find out a lot about our heritage and how we were formed out of French, British, and American territories.
Yeah, so I guess that's about defending border. Oh, listen to the crowd. You hear that? That's great. People are getting excited. It's the thing with the parade, there's always that really big build-up, right? You can just feel like waiting for the fireworks, which will be happening tonight at 10:30, an amazing explosive display.
Yeah, the Burrard Inlet Fireworks Society is putting on the fireworks again tonight, and for sure the waterfront is going to be packed. A lot of people have kind of packed a lunch, and they're set up there already, but we're glad to have so many people here at the parade right now. You
know what I'm noticing in the parade, too, and we'll notice that when we join Bianca again, we're not doing that right now, but look at all the red jeans. Never seen so many red. I should have worn my red jeans tonight, but I guess you wouldn't see them because we're seated. But
I did. You did?
You're wearing your red jeans? Yeah.
Use your imagination.
I know. I thought we were going to dress up, maybe do some Mountie costumes or something, but maybe that would have gotten confusing.
We'll leave the costumes to the stormtroopers.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to see a lot of regalia as well today once the marching bands start coming through, and a lot of the dancers, of course, wearing their the cultural outfits from their community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're lucky at Canada Place. We get to see a lot of. We work with different First Nations, and for the Aboriginal Cultural Awareness Week. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
We get to see some performances and a lot of the regalia. So I'm happy to see it again today.
And that was just recently, wasn't it? National Aboriginal Day, I believe, is June 21st. Is that right?
Yeah. So we had some performers down at Canada Place, and a lot of people don't know that we invite a lot of community groups down and have almost 100 community events a year. So just check out canadaplace.ca and you can find out what's going on.
Yeah. And let's find out what's going on with Bianca right now.
Thanks, guys. Now, we're not just talking to Canadians. We're meeting some of the visitors that are checking out today's Canada Day Parade. Who do I have with me here?
My name is Dave Cinco.
And you were just telling me you're from South Dakota.
We're from South Dakota, yep.
Very nice. And what do you think of Vancouver so far?
I like it. It's a very nice city.
And Canadians?
Canadians, very nice people.
We've heard nice a lot today. We like that. That's not bad. And who have we got here?
Ethan Senko.
Ethan, now first time to Vancouver?
Yeah.
And what are you thinking? We're just a couple of days short of your national holiday, but what do you think of Canada Day?
I think it's fun, and there's a lot of people, a lot of tourists here.
Yeah, that's very true. And are you a big hockey fan?
No, not really.
Okay, what's your sport?
I don't really have a sport.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, we might try to get you into the hockey thing while I've got you here, because it's a pretty big deal around these parts. We'll send it back to you, Johanna.
It is a pretty big deal around these parts. Are you a hockey player, Trevor?
Yeah, I played growing up. I got to go to Quebec City, so see another part of Canada there. They really appreciate their hockey there. We had some huge hockey players down at Canada Place today, literally. The hockey guys, have you ever heard of them?
No, I have not. Are they the ones on the stilts?
Yeah.
I've seen them before. Yeah, I didn't know. What are their name again?
Da hockey guys.
Da hockey guys.
So they could barely fit under the sails, but they were up and down, and it was always cute to see a 2-foot tall little kid and these 9-foot tall hockey players. So.
That's so much fun. And so, what do you do at Canada Place? It's you're not usually the guy that's behind the microphone, are you?
No, I'm usually behind the keyboard or the camera. I'm our digital media specialist, and we've really focused, knowing that we want people to be inspired by Canada and, see what the country has to offer, whether you live here or in Timbuktu. The internet is obviously incredibly important, so we're spreading a lot of the word on social media and through our website and Facebook and just reaching out to people. A lot of our fans are from all over the world.
And the new exhibit, so next to the War of 1812 experience, I noticed there's some different names in the walkway along there. So if you look on the ground that you're walking on, it's very loud here with it. They're good. They are hot dogging, aren't they? So when you look on the ground, and I heard that there was something interactive you can do there, where you go to the website or you can go online and learn about our country through Canada Place.
Yeah, we've just totally redone the Canadian Trail. So many people will remember the glass tiles. Now we've added the 5 foundations, which are some interpretive benches, and a lot of the things we're celebrating here today are represented. Our history, our culture of innovation, multiculturalism, and success in the arts. So you can really get a taste for the quality of life that we enjoy here in Canada. And with Vancouver being a center for digital media and technology, like you said, if you have a smartphone, there's sort of a hidden layer of extra information called the Digital Trail. And maybe watch a video of Terry Fox or actually hear what the Niagara Falls sounds like. So come on down with your iPhone or Android.
Oh, that's very cool. And it does work for Android then, does it?
Yes, it would
That's
actually
good.
work on any
Sounds like the Vancouver Police Department's excited about that. A lot of Android users there.
Yeah,
Is
cops
that
on
always
Android.
Android, iPhone?
Yeah, we find firemen are more into the iPhones and cops like the Androids.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Stormtroopers, Androids as well.
Really? Okay, I have an Android now. We won't talk about the phone I had before, the last time we worked together. But yes, I have switched to Android, and I will say I really like it. So I'm excited to go on the digital walk and find that new layer, because it is amazing how much more you can explore. But nothing really like being down here in person and on the streets. Look at the streets just lined. People in their red and white waving flags. That little guy there, he looks like, he's just excited to get things going.
He is very excited. He's like, Mommy, sirens. I'm really looking forward to the first float. And do you have any favorites in mind? I'm looking forward to the Ukrainian dancers.
Yes, I think, I love watching any of the kinds of dancers. The Bongo dancers are always really exciting to see as well. I like the Dance Sport BC Society, who offer the free summer series down at Robson Square. So I'm a big fan of that as well. There's a little more of the ballroom dancing, a little bit of salsa in there. Maybe we can learn to cha-cha-cha as we're sitting here.
That would be good. Keep our legs nice and limber.
Mm-hmm.
And I even heard we're going to have some wildlife down on site. I mean, a lot of the groups mentioned that Canada's natural environment and our wild animals is something that they're quite proud of. I think we have some pandas, some penguins in the mix today.
We might know whether they're going to be of the mascot variety or not. I'm going to guess. I don't know if we're going to be trekking the penguins over from the Vancouver Aquarium for the parade, but they do have a new exhibit there as well, or a new opportunity to learn more about the animals from all over the world. And yeah, penguins. And I was really surprised. I went to the opening of it, and for some reason, I didn't realize that there were so many penguins living in warmer climates.
I did not realize that either.
Yeah, and that there's so many different varieties of penguins. And so I believe when we see the Vancouver Aquarium, they are involved in the Canada Day Parade, the 4th annual, happening on Georgia Street right now. And right on Georgia Street is Bianca Solterbeck. I think she's a penguin fan also.
Thanks so much, Johanna. Well, I've been meeting a lot of new Canadians. I got to tell you, they're all out here checking out the Canada Day Parade. Found 2 more ladies. What's your name?
Danielle.
Danielle. And what's your name over here?
Christine.
Christine, and they were just telling me, when did you come to Canada?
May 1st, 2010.
So 2 years you've only been here?
Yeah.
Wow, so welcome to Canada. And what are you liking about living here?
They're so nice, and they all welcome me, and then they said it's okay to, like, because I don't know any English words when I came
I think
here.
your English is fantastic.
Thank you. But they said it's okay because we understand you, and yeah.
And a big hockey fan yet?
Yeah.
I think it's getting there with you, so I'm pleased with that. And over here, how long have you been in Canada?
2 years. 1 year. I'm sorry.
1 year. Wow. And where are you from?
Philippines.
Philippines as well. And what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, sort of, in your first couple years here?
There's a lot of activities here, fun activities, and the school, and that's all.
And now, have we converted you to hockey yet?
Yeah.
Great. Canucks fan?
Yeah, I am Canucks fan.
We'll take it. Got 2 new hockey fans down here, and we'll send it back to you, Johanna.
She's really into hockey. Have you noticed that? I'm thinking sunshine, I'm thinking summer sports, and yeah, I'm thinking soccer.
Well, it's great to see all these people that have moved up from warmer climates, and so Canada obviously has something to offer. You know, I was just down in Indonesia, and it's a great country. I wouldn't mind hanging out there for a while, but that gentleman moved up here and put down his roots. We're happy to welcome to Canada.
Yes, too. And it is interesting, too, I mean, as we talk about what it means to be Canadian, those of us that were born here and so many new Canadians that are calling Canada home and are so proud of that, what to you does it mean? Like, what do you think represents the Canadian?
Put me on the spot. I think nice is the word
nice
of the day.
Nice is the word we're going to hear a lot in the next hour, yes.
I love the bilingualism and multiculturalism. Bonjour tout le monde. On parle aussi français. So I was lucky to go to a French-Canadian school so we can appreciate the French-Canadian culture. And the gentleman from Indonesia that loves the maple syrup, I got to say I've got a sweet spot for that as well.
Oh, yes. Well, I was going to ask because you said you did spend some time in Quebec. Are you a poutine fan as well?
Yeah, we had that down at Canada Place today, and I didn't get to sneak over, but I ran into a few Brazilians. I'm like, you have to get it.
And?
They didn't come back, so it must have been
good.
good.
Yeah, I think that it worked. That's
once
true.
You have some like that, you got to take a little breather down in the park.
It's great. It's nice and windy down here, but as we've mentioned, the sunshine came out for the parade. It's just a beautiful evening, and everyone's so excited to have this thing get going. You can see there's cute little kids everywhere with their families, and and the flags. We don't have flags. What were we thinking?
Well, between the two of us,
yeah, we're kind of like it. I've got
need a sheet
white
of white
earrings.
in between us.
I got some white here. That'll work. Yeah, Canada Day. Love it.
When's the last time you were down at Canada Place?
Well, I was just down at Canada Place this week to experience the new exhibit, but I actually spent quite a bit of time down there because I work right next door at the Shaw Tower.
Yes.
Something I'm looking forward to as well. Free outdoor yoga classes at Canada Place. Those kick in next week, don't they?
Yeah, that's starting up July 5th, and we've extended the season this year. So Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:15, it goes to support Strathcona Children's charities.
Which is something you guys do with your Christmas festivities as well, right? I think you're big supporters of that.
Yeah, the Strathcona Community Center food security program is a big priority for us. Hey, have we got parade here?
We've got some parade action happening. The NADEN Band of Maritime Forces of the Pacific, 35-member marching band.
35 is good.
They play a prominent role supporting local communities throughout BC, and they've helped raise funds for all kinds of groups, the United Way, the Military Family Resources Center, the Salvation Army Christmas Toy Drive, of course.
The NADEN Band has actually helped us out with some of our Remembrance Day festivities we have down in Canada Place. So it's great to recognize the veterans, and I believe we have another group coming up for that.
Yeah, and don't they look smart too? I love the mixture of the uniforms, those that are all in white. Of course, we've got the nice dark navy there. And amazing the formation too, hey? They're just so in tune.
Yeah, we're going from the police officers in navy and white into these guys, so that was nicely laid out. And there we go, to the beat of the music.
And look at the smiles there and the crowds and look at that. An interesting thing too, they perform at a lot of events. An upcoming event is the Pacific Tattoo Festival in Victoria. That'll be July 15th and 16th if you happen to be on the island and you want to see them. Tattoo Festival, not what I would have thought for the NADEN Band, but why not?
Well, sailors always get tattoos, so maybe there's some crossover there.
And marching up behind them, we can see the Navy League Cadets of the Navy League Cadets of Greater Vancouver. You see the crowd watching them there.
That's a mouthful.
It is for me, anyway. It is for me. They're marching with their color party and the guard, and this is one of the many optional activities that the cadets can learn during the cadet program.
It's really cool to see the discipline that these young kids have. You know, when some people are playing video games or baseball, these guys are marching in form, and you should be proud of themselves.
Yeah, youth ages 9 to 13. It's a non-profit group, and it's all motivated volunteers that work with them. They're all trained and skilled, and so they help them out, all different backgrounds and professions, but they all have that one goal, developing our nation's youth. And that's what today's really about, celebrating our nation, isn't it?
It definitely is. Some people are snapping some pictures here, and this is again part of the cadet float. So this gentleman clearly has the regal wave down.
Yeah, they've got the royal wave, and they've got really the monopoly there on flags.
Yeah, and they've got their flotation devices because we wouldn't want them to fall off into their water.
Telltale bagpipes, I can hear them.
This is right up there. I think we're going to cover off all my favorite instruments today. The bagpipes. What else do we need? Steel drum I'm watching for. And is there any accordion?
Not with this group. I don't think with this group. We've got a collection of former Canadian military vehicles are behind the band. And this would be our Canadian Military Remembrance Society. No, this would actually be the BC Regiment
the Irish pipes and drums. That makes good sense. They're the pipes and they're the drums.
Yeah, they switched around, and you can see, you'll be able to see behind them the military vehicles moving on.
I've heard that bagpipes are super hard to play, and I imagine it's only harder if you're walking along.
I imagine. But again, just the intensity there and the commitment it would take to learn any of these instruments.
I wonder, do they like draw straws for who has to carry the heavy drum, or are you just kind of born to do that? I'm liking this twirl action we got going on.
Me too.
Here.
I think they are born to do it. And, you know, again, the crowd is so excited watching this come forward.
It's cool. You get all the different types of music. It's like a party that just comes to you, live radio, and it rolls along. You get a little hit, and then it's on to something next.
Oh, we can see them here. This, as I mentioned before, the Canadian Military Remembrance Society. And so this is a collection of former Canadian military vehicles that have all been restored to carry veterans of World War II, Korea, and also Canadian peacekeeping missions, places like Afghanistan.
They love everything about this country, and it's great to see them recognized. We did some Remembrance Day events down at Canada Place. And definitely we all are grateful to our veterans for protecting our freedom on Canada Day.
Definitely, and lovingly restored vehicles too.
Looks good.
Yeah, you can see the crowd's quite happy to see them as well. Smiling and waving, all the flags are out. I mean, because little kids too, they get so excited to see vehicles like this. I know I have a little nephew who's 5, and he'd be jumping up and down right now.
How do you park one of those bad boys? That last huge one just rolled by.
That's true. I've been in a tank, actually, out in the Remembrance Society. There's out in Chilliwack at the base out there, and they every year around Remembrance Day they invite groups out to actually interact with the vehicles. So you can climb on them, and you can learn a little bit more about our history and really kind of appreciate what it would have been like to be in those conditions. I mean, if you think of the smiling crowd that we have here, we're thinking about our freedoms today, and it's really thanks to groups like this and, of course, our veterans for everything that they've done for our country.
Yeah, the Canadian Forces were on site today at Canada Place, and they've been with us for multiple years, so we have to say thanks for their support, and they continue to be one of the most popular attractions. We have more pipes, Johanna.
Oh, the British Columbia Regiment Irish Pipes and Drums, Canada's only Irish pipe band. Does that sound right? One of 5 in the world affiliated with the military.
It's always cool to see. I mean, these are all civilian volunteers, and people just have so many unique hobbies, you know?
I'm going to take a moment here and have a listen. We saw some. I saw the telltale Mountie hats there. You're right. It's a good thing we did not go with our mounted costumes. And they've moved on, and we have here the Another military
I'm having
group.
trouble reading their flag. Is it the 88 Avenger Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron?
I think we have coming up now the BC Sheriff's Service Ceremonial Unit. And then up behind there, the sheriff right there.
Big smiles, thumbs up, more sirens. Always
Yeah.
popular.
And the flag's waving. Coming up behind them, the Vancouver Fire and Rescue Services, and with them there's an antique truck. So see if you can spot which one is the antique. I think someone a little bit special is hanging out with them as well. Of course, the fire department is happy to celebrate the birth date of our nation, and they are here to keep our citizens safe. That's their commitment.
Basically, there's a bunch of guys out there that are more courageous than me, so putting their life in danger for all of our safety, and we got to thank them for that.
Yeah, and when we asked them what makes Canada a great nation, they responded that it's because it's made up of many diverse peoples, and that not many countries can match the acceptance, tolerance, and freedom that our great country offers. And they're just so proud to serve us, and I'm just so proud when I see them.
Well put. They're making friends. They seem particularly popular with the ladies.
They are, yeah. And the kids,
Spry guys.
yeah.
Good to know they're on the other end of the line if you have an emergency.
Oh, we've got some crews and pedicabs coming up here.
I want to get one of those rides.
Yeah.
This guy's in form for the Calgary Stampede. That's his Canada Day A.
He's ready
hat.
to go with that, is he? That's great. And
you can see everyone wearing helmets, and I don't know what kind of view they're getting in that car there, but here. That is one cute little kid, and they've already got their flag waving skills down.
red, white, and pink.